Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into a really compelling stack of sources.
We are.
We're basically tracking the career of one individual who went deep, really deep, into artificial intelligence.
And it's this amazing shift, right? From just writing code.
To tackling these huge questions of conscience. It's a fascinating story.
And our mission here is really to distill the practical, kind of messy lessons, the stuff you learn outside the ivory tower.
The things that break in the real world.
Exactly, when you actually have to get your hands dirty and fix things.
And what's so interesting right away is that this wasn't some, neat career plan.
Not at all.
The sources show it was much more organic,
No.
woven from 3 key threads.
Okay, so the first one was a proof of concept project.
Yeah.
Super simple.
Right, just a small experiment at a South African bank.
And then the second, which I think is so powerful, is the birth of a child.
That makes it personal.
It completely reframes the future. It's not abstract anymore.
And the third thread.
Sheer, stubborn curiosity.
You have to remember the context, too. A decade ago, AI was, it was kind of sidelined.
Oh, yeah. Experimental, it belonged in academic journals. I think a spreadsheet beat it out at one point.
But even back then, this person saw something. He realized that algorithms could augment human judgment.
Yeah, they could help people see patterns and make better decisions.
So that brings us to today. The technology is so much more mature. We have the cloud. Powerful hardware is pretty affordable.
Right.
So why are we still hearing about these massive AI project failures? Shouldn't it be smooth sailing by now?
That is the crucial question. And what's fascinating is that the failures are not really technical.
They're not.
No. The research is pretty sobering. A lot of these AI projects just fail to deliver any real return. And the struggle is organizational.
So what does that mean?
It boils down to things like data quality, change management, and just not having a clear purpose.
So it's the human side of things.
It's almost always the human side.
And this really highlights a huge disconnect, doesn't it? The sources say initiatives falter because companies treat AI as something to import.
Yes, exactly. They pay a global consultancy a fortune. They fly in some overseas experts.
And they expect a magic solution.
Instead of treating it like a capability they have to build themselves, locally.
And when you don't build that local expertise.
Walls break. They become brittle. And you just end up with a lot of shiny dashboards that nobody looks at, just gathering dust.
And this experience is what pivoted his focus.
Yeah.
Right, away from just the tech.
Yeah, it was a natural pivot from the challenges of deployment to the bigger concerns, ethics, governance, education.
Because if these systems are deployed irresponsibly,
They can amplify all our worst biases. Think about it. If you train an algorithm on historical lending data
it's just going to learn the biases that are already in that data.
and then apply them at a massive scale, it's a huge problem.
So connecting this to the bigger picture, you have these international frameworks from like UNESCO or the EU. They're useful, but
But you can't just copy-paste them. The sources argue for context-sensitive approaches.
what does that mean for a place like Africa specifically?
It means your governance has to reflect local realities. The power dynamics on the ground, the unique histories. AI can't just be an outsourced black box.
A system you don't understand.
Exactly.
So for leaders, the implication is you can't just buy it. It demands a long-term investment.
In people, in processes, in the whole culture.
The successful places treat AI like an internal muscle they have to build and train.
And for the rest of us. For citizens, for parents, I think the message is actually pretty encouraging.
How so?
AI is learnable. It can be demystified. We just have to teach the next generation critical thinking right alongside their digital skills.
That curiosity we mentioned at the start.
It matters just as much as learning to code. Maybe more.
So to sum it all up, the journey wasn't a sudden leap.
No, it was totally incremental. Little experimentation here, fatherhood, changing his perspective there, then advocacy.
Piece by piece.
And that leads to the final takeaway, I think. The real point of AI isn't to outshine us.
It's to strengthen our humanity.
Right. By freeing us up from tedious work and maybe forcing us to actually confront our own biases.
Which leaves us with a final thought to mull over. The algorithms themselves won't shape the future.
No, it'll be shaped by the values, the choices, and frankly, the courage of the people who build and deploy them. That's the choice we all face.